we are doing a review for The Division. I had made extra short that I played for a long time before I actually decided to do this review, because I really wanted to give the game a fair chance, and I will definitely say I'm glad I did that, because it is a very good game. It did have a little bit of bugs here and there, but
now leaving the safe area.
What large MMO doesn't? This is a MMO style FPS game. Well, it's not a first-person shooter, but I don't know what to really say on the combat. But anyways, we're going to start with gameplay. I wrote this down so I won't get sidetracked as much, because this is like my third time trying to record this. Anyways, gameplay is awesome. I love the gameplay. It has more of a Grand Theft Auto feel to it, but with a lot of cover system and a lot more better gunplay, I would say. I will definitely try to find an enemy while I'm talking about gameplay, but I really should find an enemy, shouldn't be. Oh crap! This is what I get for not paying attention. Yeah, usually you would have to cover pretty fast. Wait, there's a lot of fighting going on. This is awesome. I'm all doing this live, so if I die during gameplay, oh well. I'm not good at gun games, just so I let people know that. I'm mostly to like fantasy, but anyways. When it comes to gameplay, this game is a lot of fun. I mean, you can even put this turret right here, and either it will start taking damage from this enemy, or he'll try to move out of cover while trying to blow that up. See? And then you just kill him. The turret, you actually have to level up your skills for it to matter, so you can't just have a turret and be like, oh, I win. It's definitely not like that. Oops. See, it's better to cover, because now I just surprise these people, and it's just a lot easier. So the gameplay, in general, is very smooth. I like it. For a person that's not used to shooting games, the gameplay is very well done. I really enjoy the game. It's very easy. Just here, you can like get a grenade out and just toss it. Doesn't really matter. It's not hard. You don't have to press an extra button to dodge. You just press like tap down X once or twice, I believe. That's, you know. And right here, you just press circle to go over. I mean, it's very easy. It's not hard. You can pretty much almost do anything. Like right here, you just whoop. See, that's it. There's a little bit of lag there, but that's fine. But yeah, the gameplay is very nice. It has a lot of RPG elements. You could do a lot in this game. How to build your character more customly, I guess. The only thing that sucks about the gameplay a lot of times, it is a little bit unfair. To where you could get stuck. You know, like you go over here and you're like, oh, why is my guy not jumping? And it's just lagging. And it's just lagging. So, sorry, that was my phone. This is the thing about doing a live show or for the review, is anything can happen. This guy's not even know I'm here. So yeah, that's the basics of the gameplay. There's a lot of strategy to it. I'm about to get surrounded here, which is always good. For people watching me are like, yeah, Setsua die. Anyways, after this battle, I'm going to talk about graphics. So after I kill these people, I will talk about graphics. I do like... The game is very, very hard. I'll continue with gameplay until I'm done with these people. That was fun. Anyways. Yeah, so the graphics part of the game is definitely good. I love the graphics in this game. I mean, this all looks like actual New York City before a big plague. Oh, after a big plague happened. Sorry. Like it just looks so beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful in a post-apocalyptic world type way. Okay, I'm gonna have to put this on silent. I'm sorry, everybody. This is Okay. Anyways, in a post-apocalyptic world, for a game, this looks very beautiful. I mean, the snow... I like snow personally. I really like the wintertime. The snow is fantastic. I love the way it falls. And if it snows a lot, this is how detailed it is, it will actually snow on your book bag and on your sleeve, and it will stay. And this is just for the PS4, by the way. The PC is even more detailed, and it looks 10 times as better, of course, with PC. But, you know, us PS4 players, us console players, know what we're getting to, so it doesn't really matter. It all looks great, and it just looks beautiful. I love it. And there's random grenades the enemy will put around here that really add detail to the game, because it will blow up. The explosions look nice. That's what I was getting to. It's just the explosions look very nice. And I'll save that for story in a minute. Now, the thing about the graphics sometimes I do not like is some of the missions, the street will kind of fade away. It'll give away, that's very weird, and you'll fall through the world. It's happened to me a couple times in this one mission. Let me see if I can actually point it out on the map. It's around here. It's one of like the blue shield missions, security missions. I think it's this one. I believe it might be this one. That the ground just gives away. So it has a, you know, it's not a perfect game. Keep in mind that it is based off an MMO. And MMOs sometimes take a year or more just to get good in certain parts. So keep that in mind when it comes to this. Don't expect to go in and be like, oh, there's nothing wrong with the game, because someone's lying to you if they say that. The game is really, really nice looking, though. I definitely give it like at least, I don't know, 7 out of 10 maybe on graphics. I mean, it's not like anything's gonna stop you and be like, holy crap, that's beautiful, because you are in a virus affected place. So it's not like you're gonna see a bunch of dead bodies and be like, that's nice. Unless you're into that kind of thing, then you keep that to yourself. Anyways, so yeah, even the spray paints and the graffiti and everything else looks nice on the walls. I mean, this is actual New York. People that have never been to New York, let me tell you, there is graffiti everywhere. I'm not joking about that. That is a real thing. And it adds a lot of flair and a lot of prettiness to New York City. If you ever go, I would definitely recommend going to Manhattan, maybe even some parts of Brooklyn when the street lights are, when it's daytime outside. Don't go at night. Anyways, we all have bad parts in our cities. I'm not from New York. I've just been there, you know. So my wife is from there. So anyways, we're going to go on now to story, because I don't know when YouTube is going to kick me off, because it has been acting up lately. Story-wise, this game, it actually blew me away from a role-playing perspective, because I'm a role player when it comes to MMO games. And see how the snow is falling on me, by the way? This is the graphics part, I'm sorry. Look at this. I mean, come on. My guy's covered in snow now. I should have probably put a jacket on, right? Well, I'm not going to. I like to live on the dangerous side. So, not really. But anyways, the snow comes down very nicely on his armor, I guess. Yeah, there's a little bit of armor, a little SWAT jacket. You can take a jacket off. I usually have a jacket. But it looks very nice the way the snow kind of just puts down. You got footprints right here. I'm pretty sure it's more detailed on other versions of the game, but this is for the PS4. But anyways, story. That's what I was getting to. Sorry. Story-wise, this game is very nicely detailed, actually. You have to actually pay attention to what you're doing when it comes to story, because you can miss it. Like this cell phone, for example. You can find it, and it actually gives you an insight on what people are going through when this is going on. I mean, it's just like, I don't know what this will say. All cell phone callings are different with different people and different lives. So, it really does depend. But that's part of the story, is the connection with the people that are going through hardships. You could go into any safe house and you'll see people, like some people just laying down, like coughing up, they're getting sick, or they're just coming over sickness, and people are dying. I mean, there's one safe house that has like a whole bunch of pictures on the wall, candles lit everywhere, and it tells a story that this virus has really hit New York City extremely hard. All of New York City is blocked off. You can't go anywhere. So that's the story. Is this virus hit really hard in New York City during Black Friday because someone released it. Yeah, that's not a spoiler, by the way. That's just in there. Like, it even shows right in the cutscene, right when you start the game up, of somebody messing around with the diseases and wearing a hazmat suit. So this game is just very detailed, and it also has echoes, which echoes kind of show you what happened in that area. They're not echoes everywhere. You have to find them. And some of them are in main missions, and some of them are in side missions, some of them you just come upon. And it has like little details on the person. And it shows like their age sometimes. It shows their name, what their job title was at the time, if they're dead or not, or if there's some kind of disease. The story is so good that I got sad. I'm not gonna lie. I really did, because I came across an echo that just it really hits you. Is two kids playing snowball. Snowball fight, and they don't move around, but it plays a little audio when you do the echo of what the kids were saying. Well, when you go up to the kid, the little hologram, it shows what happened to them. They're like one little boy died 6 days after everything happened of the disease, and the little girl, his sister, is still getting treated into quarantine. So it's just like you see these little kids play snowball, and they're loving life, and then this disease hits, and it hits you right in the feels a little bit, because it's very sad. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about that because I will get sad, because that part really made me sad. And that's because I'm a role player and I get into this world. And even some of the graffiti will tell a story. If you look, I don't know about this graffiti because I haven't looked, so it might not be a good example, but this graffiti tells a story of factions and everybody warning other people to get away from this area. Don't come here. That's why when I came here, there was people here. There are different factions in the game. And not that you would want to join them. The only one that you would probably want to join is LMB. The rioters are just rioters. They're just basic thugs. That's all they are. They're not anything special. The cleaners are just sadistic. They're chaotic. That's the story behind it. Like, and all these factions hate each other. They're not all ganging up on you, because then you would be screwed. And I think there's one other faction that I'm forgetting about. Oh yeah, the Rikers. There's the rioters, there's the Rikers, there's the LMB, and the cleaners. LMB is the strongest, in my opinion, because they're more military, bounty hunter type people, and they're badass. The Rikers are convicts. The rioters, I know there's two R's in there. Rikers are the convicts from Rikers, prison, and which I don't know much about that, so I can't go into that. But the rioters are definitely basic people that just went into riots and they all formed a faction. I don't know. But anyways, and you play as an agent. You're the second wave. The first wave went rogue. A lot of them either got betrayed and died, or they started their own little thing. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Now, that's the PvE part. How there's two parts to this. There's PvE and there's PvP. The PvE part is definitely fun. It's just raids. You go on it. You can team up to like 3 or 4 people depending on the challenge. There's easy, medium, hard. Then challenge is like the toughest one, and I love doing that one personally. It's just freaking fun. And with that, the challenge is the best one you get at level 30. That's where the game really challenges your character and your team. And if you do a random team, it's 50-50. You could hit good or bad. And sorry. And so yeah, you definitely, PvE is a lot of fun. Especially when you team up with people, it's a blast. PvP, on the other hand, I love PvP. It's, oh my god, you can be anybody in PvP. You can be a jerk, you can be nice, you can hunt down the rogues if someone goes rogue, or you can be the rogue. And what I mean by that is, you're not a stealth person. That's, you know, you do kind of stealth, but going rogue is basically when you turn on your fellow agents in PvP and you just try to wipe them out. They come back to life and they'll hunt you down. But that was random. Where did she come from? I bet you one of the factions threw her off. That's the level I'm talking about. Like, these people will kill these civilians. You'll see people just beating the crap out of somebody in the street. But I don't know where she came from. Or he. No, yep, that's a she. Poor old lady, bendito. Alright, but anyways, like I was saying, the story in this game is very deep, and when it comes to PvP, there's not much of a story, not that I've seen at least. It's more just like you do your own story. Are you going to be a rogue? Are you going to be a jerk? Are you going to be nice? Or, you know, etc., etc. So, with all that being said, I won't go too much into PvP. I've done mostly PvE. I've just been having a lot of fun with my friends on PlayStation 4. So they haven't really done a lot of, because we're trying to build up our stuff to go PvP, because you better be ready for PvP once it starts. Well, anyways, so the final score I would give this game before this decides just to totally cut off on me is I will give it a, I will say 8 out of 10. And I know some people have given it a much lower score, because honestly, they probably didn't really dive into the game. I'm going to be honest, they really didn't. There's no way they could have. There's no way. There's just no way. So you also can help a civilian in need, and maybe, he gave me a hoodie or something. Those are just like cosmetics you put on your character. I wouldn't worry about that. But yeah, I would give it definitely an 8 out of 10. With the season pass starting off, everything is improving, things are coming, and things are just becoming a lot better. I mean, honestly, this game is going to improve a lot, and it does have day and night cycles. If you're wondering, I went through a snowstorm. Now it's still snowing, but not a snowstorm, and the snow melted away from me, obviously, or after moving around a lot. Well, anyways, this ends the review. The live review, so anything that I stumble upon or my words or anything else is live, so you get to see me mess up, so it doesn't really matter now, does it? Anyways, this ends it, so if you want to continue watching me, that's fine. If not, this ends the review. I give it an 8 out of 10, and I would say it's a definitely buy. You get your money's worth. As long as you don't speed through the game and just decide to, you know, ignore everything. If you ignore everything and speed through the game, you're not going to like it, because you're just going to get there and be like, oh, I don't know what to do. Well, obviously you're supposed to sit there and research the story. So anyways, I'm not going to rant. I promised myself I wouldn't do that. That's why I wrote down different parts what I think of the game. If you feel like I have missed anything or I should have added something, let me know. I'm always up for constructive criticism. If you want me to try to review a different way, I'll do it too. I don't care. I'm up for anything, really, as long as I can do it. But anyways, like I said, this is Setsua Dungeon Crawler Network, and this is ending my review. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. And if you wish to keep on watching me after my review, it starts now.
I've had an idea, and it's a good one. Let's think about the virus. What do we know? That it's similar to smallpox. Not smallpox, but similar. Which means it's a designated variation. Smallpox is the base on which a designer made alterations. Now, Live smallpox exists in only 2 places, DCD and Russia. The base virus had to come from one of them. DCD? I would have heard if their security had been breached. So, Russia. Now let's think about the designer. Are there virologists with connections to both New York and Russia? In fact, there are 2. One's Russian, one's American. A little research tells me both were in New York on Black Friday. Thank you, Shade Tech.
Alright. I'm going to end this right now because I actually have to go do something. So, I'll feed us in.